News.
Just who should be in charge of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department?
Tonight, ITMA's Richard Essex delves into proposed legislation from 2 state senators that would put a governor-appointed commission in charge of the state's largest police department.
State Senator Jack Sandlin, a Republican from Indianapolis and a former Indianapolis cop, told me that after the destruction caused by the riots this summer, he needed to file this legislation. He says dramatic action is needed to change the course of the city. When the city of Indianapolis was in the middle of social and political turmoil last summer, Indiana State Senator Jack Sandlin's phone started ringing.
We need dramatic action to change the course of the city of Indianapolis. We have the state of Indiana and the city of Indianapolis have a tremendous investment, particularly in our downtown area.
He says the inaction from the Indianapolis mayor's office to move police into action during the riots helped spur this legislation.
And unless we do something to change the narrative, the fear is that we'll continue to go backwards. If we go backwards, we're going to be back to the 1970s.
Right now, the proposed bill calls for a 5-member state board of police commissioners. 4 would be appointed by the governor, and the sitting mayor of Indianapolis would be the 5th. If lawmakers pass this bill, this would be the first state board of police commissioners running a police department in Indiana. The board of commissioners would then assign or appoint a chief of police. The chief would answer only to the commissioners and would be responsible for the daily operations of the department.
Oh yeah, sure. I've had pushback, and I hate it that we're in this position. But at the same time, with the calls for some bold action, are we going to give up our taxpayer investment, in Indianapolis?
Senator Sandlin says the city has experienced a 43% increase in homicides from 2019 to 2020. And this is causing a downward ripple effect. People are staying away from downtown, and they're not bringing their money with them.
I'm talking to people both in Indianapolis and the suburbs that do not want to be in Indianapolis because of the violence.
A spokesperson from the mayor's office sent ITMA a statement that says, there have been a number of bills proposed ahead of the 2021 state legislative session. While it's still early in the process, we look forward to reviewing them and working with the General Assembly on important issues facing Marion County. Sandlin says that he's open to suggestions on how to stop the violence in the city, but so far this bill has not been assigned to a committee. At the State House, Richard Essex, WishTV, WishTV.com, and follow us on Facebook.